Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bachelor Nation News fans. Bachelorette star Katie Thurston has been living her life in the public eye for a few years now. She first came on the scene during season 25 of The Bachelor. During her time on the show, she formed friendships with the other women, but didn't form a love connection with Matt James. She gave love a second chance on The Bachelorette. Fans initially thought Greg Grippo was the one for Katie, but he left the show in a huff toward the end of the season because she couldn't say for sure if she would pick him. She went on to get engaged to Blake Moynes, but the relationship didn't last long. She also dated John Hersey and Vince Xu, the latter of whom she met on F-Boy Island. After multiple failed relationships, she was cautious about revealing too much about her love life. She teased in early 2024 that she'd been seeing someone but didn't reveal their name. She later went public with a romance with comedian Jeff Arcuri. They got engaged in Hawaii that summer. Now they're married. They eloped in March after Katie Thurston was diagnosed with cancer earlier this year. Katie Thurston's cancer fight. The Bachelorette star got the shocking news in February that what she thought was a cyst in her breast was actually cancer. She's only 34. Instead of retreating from the public eye to battle cancer in private, she decided to become the face of young women with breast cancer. She regularly shares updates on social media about what's going on with her health. She created a channel on Instagram called The Boobie Broadcast. Through social media, she's given a candid look at what it's really like fighting cancer. Like many cancer patients, she deals with fatigue, hair loss, and Lowe's *X drive. Katie Thurston took fans on the journey with her, from her initial misdiagnosis to finding out that her cancer is stage 4. She shared the oral medications that her doctor prescribed instead of chemo. She's been vulnerable when discussing the ups and downs of battling cancer. Katie Thurston uses time-left app. Why? Katie Thurston left California around the time she was diagnosed with cancer to move to New York City with Jeff Arcuri. During one recent update, she opened up about not knowing many people in New York City. She revealed that she's trying to get back into playing volleyball, though the fatigue from cancer is a problem. The former Bachelorette shared another way she's trying to connect with people in the Big Apple. She revealed that she recently downloaded the time-left app. She admitted that the app is poorly named. It's not a death clock. Time-left is an app that arranges group dinners with strangers. In addition, the app offers conversation starters to avoid awkward silences. While Katie Thurston downloaded the app, she hasn't used it yet. Soon, she told her followers. Bachelorette star's cancer may have spread. Katie Thurston kicked off her latest Boobie Broadcast update to share medical news. She revealed that she has a colonoscopy scheduled. In part, the exam will help determine if the breast cancer has spread again. She changed doctors after moving to New York. Her new doctors ordered tests to make sure the cancer diagnosis was correct. It wasn't. She was initially diagnosed with stage 3, but it was actually stage 4 and had already spread to her liver. Katie Thurston said that she's probably okay, and the cancer likely hasn't spread to the colon. But she said it was better to be safe and get it checked than to be sorry. Her latest update wasn't all doom and gloom, though. She shared the exciting news that she will be reunited with her husband soon. He's currently in Europe for a comedy tour, but she's traveling to Greece at the end of the month for his final shows. Then they will come home together. Reveals cancer may have spread. What she's saying now will break your heart. Katie Thurston had once worn a crown of roses and nerves as America's Bachelorette, standing in gowns, laughing between awkward dates and scripted kisses. She was strength, sass, and sparkle all in one. But today, she wasn't wearing designer clothes or flashing that cheeky grin for the camera. Today, Katie was dressed in an oversized hoodie, her makeup barely done, and her heart heavier than ever before. "I didn't want to make this video," she whispered to her followers, seated on the edge of a worn couch. Her voice cracked, raw and shaky, as she looked directly into her phone. "But I feel like I owe you the truth." The video lasted just under 5 minutes. In it, she revealed something no fan could have anticipated. Her doctors had found something. Something concerning. Something that might mean her cancer had spread. And just like that, Bachelor Nation froze. A story she never sked to tell. It all began with what Katie described as random fatigue and weird body pains. She chalked it up to stress, long workdays, too much coffee, and not enough sleep. But when the discomfort grew and her lymph nodes swelled to the size of grapes, she saw answers. A routine biopsy spiraled into an unwanted journey. Stage 2 cancer, they'd said, but manageable, treatable, optimistic, even. Katie faced it with grace, posting updates, cracking jokes, saying things like, "Hey, cancer, wrong bitch." She shaved her head before chemo took it, raising money for awareness in the process. Her army of followers called her a warrior. "Katie, you're stronger than ever," they said. But that strength took a terrifying turn just 2 months after her last treatment ended. The test results that changed everything. Katie's eyes flicked to her phone's screen in that now viral video, where she held up the scan. "They don't know for sure," she said cautiously, "but they saw some signs in my lungs. There's a possibility the cancer has metastasized." She blinked, trying to hold back tears. "I just got my life back," she said. "I was planning road trips. I was considering dating again. I even reconnected with someone." She paused, then added quickly, "Someone from the show. But now I'm back in the waiting room of life." Bachelor Nation was rocked. Fans flooded her DMs with prayer hands, broken hearts, and stay strong messages. Former contestants reposted the video. Caitlin Bristow commented, "We're with you every step." Even Blake Moynes, her ex-fiancé, shared a story. "Once loved, always supported. Thinking of you, Katie." But not everyone's reactions were supportive. The basic she never expected. "Is she faking this for attention?" One cruel comment read. "Another Bachelor clout chase," said another. Katie responded swiftly. "If pretending to battle cancer for sympathy is your idea of attention-seeking, please log off." She followed it up with a new TikTok the next morning, her face pale, eyes swollen, simply captioned, "This isn't a storyline, it's my life." Still, she remained shockingly transparent, showing scans, medications, and even emotional breakdowns. Her vulnerability became viral and dividing. But Katie? She refused to disappear. "If I'm going through hell," she said, "I'm bringing a flashlight for the next girl who has to walk this road." Return of an unexpected friend. While thousands watched her pain unfold in real time, one surprising face showed up again, Blake Moynes. The man who once proposed to her under a New Mexico sunset. The man she left only a few months after their engagement aired. "Honestly," she admitted in a live stream, "he's been there for me more than most." They started talking again after her diagnosis. At first, it was a simple thinking of you message. Then voice notes. Then late-night calls. "It's weird," she said, blushing on live. "But he just gets it." Rumors began swirling fast. Were Katie and Blake getting back together? But Katie shut it down. "Right now, I don't need romance," she said. "I need real, and Blake is being real." Blake flew to San Diego and was photographed entering her apartment building with flowers and takeout. He left with tear-stained cheeks. Fans began rooting for a rekindled love. But Blake made no public comments until her next appointment. The waiting room. Katie sat in a cold oncology office with Blake beside her. She live-streamed parts of the day, not the doctor's visit, but the hours before. "I feel like I'm back in that Bachelor cocktail party room," she joked nervously. "Except instead of waiting for a rose, I'm waiting for a second chance at life." Blake handed her a stress ball shaped like a rose. "Symbolism," he smiled. An hour later, she emerged pale and silent. She didn't speak to followers for the next 36 hours. The AEARTBREKING UPDAT. On a rainy Monday afternoon, Katie finally broke the silence. A soft, tear-filled voice recorded in a car said, "The cancer has likely spread, not confirmed, but they're seeing movement in my lungs. I'm scheduled for another biopsy." She added, "I'm scared, not gonna lie, but I've done hard things before. I can do this too." Bachelor Nation collectively gasped. The hashtags #PrayForKatie and #BacheloretteStrong trended for 48 hours. Standing ovation in the darkest moment. Katie's bravery caught the attention of not just Bachelor fans, but celebrities, cancer survivors, and activists. Reese Witherspoon commented, "Rooting for you." Selma Blair reposted one of Katie's videos with, "You're not alone in this." Katie took that momentum and did something bold. She launched the Rose Resilience Fund, a nonprofit aimed at providing support to women under 35 facing cancer diagnoses. In just 24 hours, she raised over $300,000. "This is bigger than me," she said, smiling for the first time in days. "If I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna fight loud." A BACHELORTTE in battle. Katie didn't sugarcoat the pain. She documented her return to chemo, the side effects, mouth sores, nausea, fatigue. She cried on camera. She laughed when her dog peed on a bag of medication. She danced bald-headed to Taylor Swift. "This is the weirdest season of my life," she said. "But it's real, and that's what I've always promised you." She started ending her videos with, "Stay soft, stay strong." Key moment that changed the everything. 2 weeks after her biopsy, Katie posted a black screen with white text. "I have answers. Live in 15. Nearly 800,000 people tuned in. Katie sat between her mother and Blake, both holding her hands. "The cancer has spread," she said. "I'm stage 4 now, but the doctors are hopeful. I'm starting immunotherapy next week." She paused, then smiled faintly. "This isn't goodbye. This is just a different journey." Then, Blake spoke for the first time. "Katie is not a victim. She's a fighter, and I'm standing beside her, no matter where this road goes." The internet exploded. Guaranteeing herself a future. In the weeks that followed, Katie's story became national news. She appeared on Good Morning America, and her nonprofit hit $1 million in donations. But more importantly, she began living again. She traveled to Hawaii, went skydiving, and even officiated a fan's wedding. "I don't know how many days I have," she said in a blog post, "but I know I'm gonna make every single one count." And in a shocking twist, Katie announced she had frozen her eggs. Just in case, she wrote, "Life surprises me with more time than I thought." The final rose? Not yet. On the 1-year anniversary of her diagnosis, Katie held a live-stream candlelight vigil, not for herself, but for everyone fighting the same fight. "We all deserve a rose," she said tearfully, "even if we're not on TV." As the candles flickered, she added one final note. "I don't know what the future holds. Maybe love, maybe remission, maybe a miracle." Then, looking right into the camera, Katie Thurston smiled with fearless grace. "But I know this, cancer may have spread, but so has love, so has hope, and that's something cancer can't ever kill."